Good afternoon and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing Career College Exposition webinar series. My name is Lee Doubleday and I'm the Director of Operations here at the Imagine America Foundation. I'm excited about today's topic, STEM careers and workforce training with Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. Midwest Technical Institute has 6 campuses. Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College, have 6 campuses across the states of Illinois, Mississippi, Missouri, and is also one of the country's leading provider of high-quality, career-focused education. Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College are also new partners of the Imagine America Foundation scholarship and award programs. So your high school seniors can now apply for a scholarship through the Imagine America Foundation to attend the institutions that we're going to be discussing today. But without taking valuable time out of our presenter, let me refer any and all inquiries about the Imagine America Foundation to our website, which is www.imagine-america.org. Since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage in certified technicians. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country desperately looking for qualified employees, so we need to do more. Our partner in today's presentation, like I mentioned earlier, is Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. And joining us today to discuss in detail the looming technician shortage and how Midwest Tech and Delta Tech are helping meet this need is Louis Schonauer. Louis is the Director of High School Admissions and has been working with high schools for years, so you're in great hands today. But before turning the program over to Louis, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with questions and answers at the end of the presentation. Once we finish these remarks, we'll move directly into today's presentation. But if you have questions while the presentation is in session, please feel free to use the Q&A feature in this Zoom meeting. Ask your question and we'll get to the question at the end of the presentation. We will then present any questions obviously at the end, and we'll do our best to try and keep it into the time limit that we have, which is a hard close at 2:30. So without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Louis. Louis, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. My name again is Louis Schonauer, and I am the high school director here for Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. Today, I would like to talk to you guys about a lot of different things here, starting off with a little bit of our brief history, what we're about, how we got started, as well as, kind of dive in with our mission here is to offer workforce training that will provide graduates with the skills necessary to gain entry-level employment in their chosen field. But as well as I want to talk about a couple of our, really key benefits here for our students, anywhere from our job placement, as well as, what really gets these students excited and everything to attend Midwest Technical Institute or Delta Technical College. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started here. If I can click on it here. And to kind of get you started here again with our school history. We started off in 1995, and we were originally co-founded by 2 welders, Brian Huff and Mike Casper. Brian Huff is still currently actually our CEO, as well as Mike Casper is still one of our original co-founders and is with us here still to this day. But they started off, because they saw the demand needed, for welders. And we started off in Lincoln, Illinois to offer commercial pipeline welding training. Starting in 1999, we actually received our very first accreditation through the Accrediting Commission for Career Schools and Colleges, which is also known as the ACCSC, which has actually held us to a high standard, such as placing more than 70% of our graduates in their field of study. And from there, in 2000, we actually introduced our next program, which is our HVAC and MAR technician program. It stands for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, major small appliances, and refrigeration, still at our Lincoln facility there in July. And moving forward from there, in 2003, we actually added it on to our very first allied health program, such as medical assisting, massage therapy, dental assisting, medical coding, as well as our basic nursing assistant program. And then there from 2003, we actually moved all the way down, or opened up a school, in South Haven, Mississippi, which is now known as Delta Technical College. And from there on, in 2007, to accommodate the growing number of programs offered at the MTI's Lincoln campuses, we've actually moved to a 55,000 square foot building there, in which we are still currently located in Springfield, Illinois, which is our main campus. And shortly after that, in 2009, that campus that we had there originally in South Haven, Mississippi, we actually relocated to a larger facility in Horn Lake, Mississippi, which we are still currently at today. And then in March 29th, 29, we actually opened up our next location, East Peoria. Then following that in May 2011 in Moline, Illinois, as well as shortly after that, we opened up another Delta Technical College campus down in Ridgeland, Mississippi, which is just right outside the Jackson area. Then following that in 2013, we actually opened up our last and final one in Springfield, Missouri. But fast forward 10 years from there, we actually just renovated and redid our Horn Lake, Mississippi campus because we outgrew it. From that small 36,000 square foot building to now actually we have a brand new 50,000 square foot facility, which we are still currently located at today. So as you guys can see there, we started off as just one campus with one program to now we actually have 6 different locations spread across 3 different states with all these other different programs, which I'm going to get into in just a second here. But to kind of go back to who we are, I know earlier I read that mission statement off to you. But MTI and DTC is changing lives through workforce training by utilizing the high standards our programs were built on to ensure that students who are serious about learning a trade will have a legitimate chance to reach their career goals. And as you can see here, these are just some words from our co-founder, as well as our CEO, Brian Huff, where we talk about that job placement is a robust part of what we do here. And as I said there earlier during the accreditation, we are actually mandated to maintain a minimum of a 70% job placement rating. But the words for that from Brian, the idea when you come here, you're coming here to get a job. We want that to be your mindset. And this is why we work so closely with employers. We have program advisory committees where we have employers come in to help us tweak our programs, even develop our programs, as well as improve our programs. And work closely with them because if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to place our students the way we do every single day. So to kind of get a little bit more into that placement there, again, we want our graduates in the workforce here right away after graduation or after they get their education here. Our average job placement here rate for the Illinois campuses was right around 75%, as well as 22 out of our 26 programs had a job placement rate of 70% or higher. And out of those 26 programs, 5 of these programs here had a placement rate of 85% or higher. And over this past year, 795 graduates were placed a job within their field of study last year, which equaled out to be right around 75%, which is something we're very proud of to be able to help our students here right away after graduation. And out of that, like I said, 5 of those programs there had a percentage placement of 85% or higher. And as you can see here in our East Peoria campus, our basic nursing assistant program was about 89%. Our journeyman welder 2 program was around 88%. Our basic nursing assistant in Springfield, Illinois was at 87%. And our dental assisting at our East Peoria location was around 86%. And then our phlebotomy program in Springfield, Illinois was again as well around 86%. And these are, again, the 2020, as you can see there, the MTI 2020 reports and national accreditors to our ACCSC based on the 26 programs that we had here to offer. But let me dive in a little bit. Again, we are a trade school, and I'm going to kind of get into a little bit about the programs we have here to offer and everything. But to start things off, these are just some really key benefits I think we really have going for our students here that allows them to be successful here right away after graduation. And one of those being is that relevant curriculum with no general education classes. Our students, they want to become a welder or, a medical assistant or dental assistant. I like to call it focus training. Those are the exact key pieces we're going to teach them every single day in the classroom, as well as in the labs to help prepare them here after graduation. As well as, the shorter programs that we have here to offer. Most of our programs can be completed in less than a year. So for students who don't want to go to a 2-year or 4-year or however long program, this is an opportunity for them to learn an essential skilled trade, be able to go out there and start their careers right away. As well as with our instructors. They play obviously a very key role here for our student success. And our instructors come here with real world experience. They have actually been out in the field for many years, and now they're coming back every single day to teach these students in the lab and in the classroom to help prepare them for those next steps. But most importantly is that hands-on workforce training in our labs that we simulate real working environments. We want our students physically welding out there in the lab. We want them working on air conditioners or furnaces. We want them taking those basic vital signs for patients. We want to actually do these different things in our labs. So when they go off to, their next career or maybe off to an externship site or whatever it might be, they are fully prepared and ready to go for that next step. Again, like I said, we are a nationally accredited school by the ACCSC, but as well as we are a military friendly school as well. And then kind of dive back in with that job placement assistance that we talked about. It is available for those who qualify, but it's a lifetime job placement assistance. For our students, here after they graduate, they're always going to be a graduate of MTI or DTC, where those doors will be open for them to come back in, to continue talking with their instructors, the job placement coordinators, see what's out there that's available to them. But as well as MTI and DTC, again, like I said, we meet locally with employers to enhance and develop our curriculum and programs. These are, again, called those program advisory committees, or as we like to call them, those PAC meetings. Just like I said earlier from the words of our CEO, they really help, develop our curriculum, help us change different things, what's going on out there in the industry. And it's just really nice to have that connection there to make sure we are providing these students with the best possible education in that real world experience to help prepare them for those next steps. But most importantly is, I do think one of the big things that allows our students to be successful is from the very beginning, we take that individual approach with each and every student. We are with them from the very beginning when they walk through those doors, all the way until graduation when they walk across that stage. And it starts very first here with our wheel with admissions. Our admission reps help each individual student visualize their future through graduation and ultimately employment using the Track Your Success exercise. The admissions process includes a one-on-one meeting with them and their family, a campus tour, and a consultation with financial aid. Again, we do offer financial aid available for those who qualify, and MTI provides that one-on-one service or that personalized support in applying for federal financial aid and help with understanding all the funding options, including scholarship opportunities. MTI's financial aid team can assist students in person, on campus, or even virtually. Another big role that really helps our students out here with MTI and DTC is that student success specialist. They provide ongoing support, and tailored to each student's needs, including tutoring, test taking, strategies, life skill workshops, and resource to locate childcare, transportation, housing, and part-time jobs. If those are some different maybe objections or holdups that may, for a student for them to continue their education, we want to be able to help them out there with that, and again have that individualized support with them. But most importantly, again, like we talked about there, is that job placement assistance that we do offer for those who qualify. MTI's placement teams, identifies individual students' strengths and matches them with job opportunities. Qualified graduates have access to lifetime job placement assistance. MTI works to find employers locally, statewide, and or even nationally, allowing the student to explore all other options that are available to them. Again, as we've discussed here, that is one of the big, huge initiatives for us here at MTI and DTC is we want our students, working here after graduation. But again, like I discussed there, we do offer financial aid available for those who qualify. But, again, MTI and DT students, graduate with less student loan debt, compared to a student who may attend a four-year for-profit college. It could be looking anywhere close to $40,000. A four-year public college graduate, maybe around that $25,000. Compared to our graduates here at MTI and DTC, look right around that $9,400 range for student loan debt here after they graduate. But next is I kind of want to discuss some of the different programs that we have here to offer. Again, we offer a wide variety of different programs across our campuses, in regards to the mechanical trades, such as our welding, our HVAC, but as well as, our allied health programs, such as like medical assisting, dental assisting, medical coding, massage therapy, basic nursing assistant, phlebotomy, but as well as we do have cosmetology programs, and we do offer that CDL and professional truck driving courses across the various different campuses that we have here to offer. I do always like to say, one of the things, we talk about in-demand essential careers. That is what we do have here to offer for our students, and allows them, again, in less than a year to be able to go out there and start a career right away. But again, we talk about meeting that expected demand, in these high-skilled careers. This is just taking that Illinois growth, compared to the national growth. For phlebotomy, for example, that's just around 16%, and the national growth is looking around 17%. For medical assistants in Illinois is around 7.8%. That national growth is about 19%. For dental assistants in Illinois is around 5%. As well as for dental assistants, that national growth is around 7%. And then again, for our HVAC mechanics and installers, you're looking around that 2.2% for Illinois, compared to the national growth around 4%. And in Illinois, you're looking at 1.3 compared to the national growth of around 3%. And for our medical records and health information technicians, or our medical coders, looking around that 1.2% in Illinois, but compared to the national growth, around 8%. Again, these projected growth for all occupations are nationally is around 4%. And again, these are different statistics from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics about that projected growth as of 2019 all the way to 2029. So over a 10-year period here. But again, we want to help our students again after graduation and be able to put them into these high-skilled demand careers. But next here, we talk about partnering with our schools. That's a big initiative that we really have here, especially working with the different high school teachers, counselors, graduation coaches, and social workers. Our high school representatives, will go out to the schools. They will present to students virtually. They'll have one-on-one invitational meetings with them and their parents, but they do a lot of different things to help support them. And we have resources that help your high school seniors understand, what options are available to them and, what that career path looks like after high school. We are committed to partnering with the faculty and administrators at your local high schools to help improve graduation rates for high school seniors. But last but not least, one exciting feature that we have to offer is our hands-on events, which allows high school seniors to experience in high demand career, in essential careers. This can really help guide a senior towards completion and graduation because they're finding their passion working toward a path after high school. And that's what our local high school representatives do. As they want to help high school seniors and high school students in general identify what are those paths out there available to them. Regardless if they're interested in Midwest Technical Institute or Delta Technical College, we want to be able to help assist them to find that next step and what their true passion is. But one of the other big things that we really have here, what we really do with the high school seniors is MTI and DTC has awarded more than $5.2 million through our high school senior scholarship program. And our scholarship has geared towards high school seniors interested in learning a skilled trade or a career in an essential field here after high school at Midwest Technical Institute or Delta Technical College. These opportunities can provide additional support and help keep students actively engaged throughout high school. It's something that I'm going to get into here in a second about all the different events, but we really have seen that. These students truly get a joy when not only they visit the campus once, but when they get to come multiple times and be a part of that family that we have here and join these different events. And everybody likes, earning a scholarship. And we want to be able to provide students with a platform here where they have an opportunity to earn a scholarship for one of these programs. But to talk a little bit more about the hands-on events, again, we offer high school seniors a chance for career exploration through our hands-on events. These events give high school seniors something to participate in throughout their senior year. But one of those events is our welding competition. Each year we host a welding competition. Not only does every participant receive a $500 scholarship, but the top 3 winners will also receive major scholarships to attend our schools. This is an all-day event where we have parents, instructors, participants, their family members, all get to enjoy together. And it is a blast. It's a fun-filled day where the kids get to come compete, represent their school, and just, like I said, overall have a fun, friendly competition and have an opportunity to earn some scholarship money. We also host a week called a Live, Breathe, Smile competition, which is kind of the science fair project approach, which is geared towards your high school seniors interested in healthcare industries, such as our medical assisting, dental assisting. This is an educational competition, also awards different scholarship amounts and to the participants, and to the winners as well. And last but not least is our MTI and DTC career nights. This is one of the most exciting events we offer throughout the year. High school seniors and their parents get the opportunity to work up close in the labs with our instructors in their chosen field, such as the medical assisting or welding or dental assisting, or cosmetology. And again, these seniors who attend all 3 career nights have an opportunity to earn a $500 scholarship for attending all 3 of those nights. And to kind of go a little bit more with that career night, it gives students an opportunity where, hey, maybe they want to become a welder. Well, this is an opportunity for them to really, truly experience it, and see if this is the role or career that's for them. And it's just a great opportunity for students to continue on with that career exploration, just like they're doing right now in high school. But another big thing is, not only do we like to partner up with the high schools and be a part of that, we also really like to get involved with the community as well. And MTI and DTC, again, like I said, we play an active role in the community. We have partnered with organizations such as IJAG, donating salon services to make prom special for lower income high school seniors. We provide an array of salon services for Tim Tebow's Charity Foundation, A Night to Shine. We've been a collection site as well for coat donations for those in need. held book bag drives for school age kids, and helped sponsor to be a part of many other community-focused partnerships. This year, with COVID-19 pandemic and classes having to be delivered through remote learning models, we also donate online learning supplies to lower income seniors to a lot of our local and area high schools. But building strong ties within the community and finding opportunities to support those in need are again, two of the more important initiatives that MTI and DTC has for itself. And last but not least, again, at MTI and DTC, we want to not only partner, but we want to support the faculty in our local high schools. We know this has been a very challenging year, probably more than ever. And we know that sharing our resources will help seniors choose a path that is right for them after high school, even if the path, again, is not MTI or DTC. Providing additional support, sharing best practices like how to keep students engaged in a virtual classroom, career exploration events can lead to higher persistence and graduation rates. But one of the most rewarding parts of for us is being able to deliver a scholarship to a high school senior who may have never thought college was ever an option. As well as maybe they're the very first one in their family to be able to go off to college. We love to be able to be a part of that, with these local schools and with these local students to be able to provide that support to them every single day. And, we are ready to work with you guys to help to achieve these goals and, to help overcome any challenges that you guys may have faced. Because again, like I said, we know this has been a very tough and challenging year, and we want to be there to support you guys in any way possible. But at the end, it's kind of another little last slogan we have is, work hard and dream big. And that is all. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Louis. We are now going to open this up for the Q&A portion. I'm also going to launch a poll. So this poll is asking if you would like us to send more information about any virtual events coming up for your seniors. So please just indicate there if you would like us to send you some information about upcoming virtual events for your high school seniors. So speaking of virtual events, I understand you have some events coming up. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we actually have our very first career nights actually coming up, where again, these students get the opportunity, and it is going to be on campus, so students can come. Okay. But we are working on setting up a virtual experience. So for students who would like to, be able to experience it, or maybe are a distance away or be a part of it, we host 3 of them. Like I said, so February may not be available. We have them in March as well as in April for students who can come see these different programs we have to offer, get an opportunity to, really see what a medical assistant does every day, or a dental assistant, or, even if they've never experienced that at all in high school. I've never welded a day in my life, and they want to come here and check it out. We'd be more than happy to set them up with that.
Great, that's cool. So for those that have indicated they would like us to send more information about that via email, we'll just include some links to pages that they could go to learn more.
Absolutely.
Your events. Cool. Okay, so this person wants to know if there are GPA requirements or ACT testing scores or SAT testing scores.
Great question. Yeah, there are no ACT or no GPA requirements needed for one of our programs here. But we do, however, with our accreditation, they must have a high school diploma or GED to be eligible for one of our programs.
Okay. Now, this person also wants to know about, they may have a student that lives a little ways away from your campuses. Do you have any sort of either housing? I know you don't have dorms, but do you offer some sort of housing assistance for students who may need to travel to go to school there?
Yeah, so we don't, again, you were correct. We do not have any dorms on site or on campus or anything like that. However, we do work with a company called EduRent, kind of a third party, where we have students that utilize them, and they have different apartment complexes that we work students that have got an apartment through with them, but as well as with our student success specialist. They help provide that with a list of different things, and we'll help them out every step of the way to make sure they can be able to find a local housing place around the area.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's important to mention, only because students' options sometimes are limited to where they live, or they think it's limited to where they live.
Absolutely.
But going to a school like Midwest Technical Institute or Delta Technical Institute, if you're interested in getting into some of these, highly sought after professions, like welding, for instance, it would be well worth the trip to go to school with you all. Can you talk a little bit about, this is sort of a question we get quite frequently, and I had a slide about this earlier, but can you talk a little bit about comparisons with community colleges or junior colleges I'm sure you have students who travel from outside of the area to come to school with you. What are some of the biggest reasons why students may want to consider going to school with Midwest Tech as opposed to, or Delta Tech, as opposed to the local community college?
Yeah. So with ours, like I said, one of the big things is definitely that factor of most of our programs are less than a year. That's a very huge factor for a lot of kids where, hey, they want to be able to go out there and get into an industry right away, or get their career started right away. But as well as that hands-on approach that we have, there's going to be a great amount of time in the labs actually physically doing what they're doing every single day for their career. They're going to be out in the shop actually physically welding, or actually physically working on furnaces and air conditioners. That really gets these kids excited, but as well as the different scholarship opportunities that we have. I always like to say, I highly encourage all students to come to see our facilities because I do think they really speak for themselves, and these kids can really envision themselves in the careers that they have a passion for and be able to experience it here, at MTI or DTC.
Yeah, Louis, and one more thing to mention. I know that you also have great relationships with employers. Am I correct?
Yes, correct. Yep. And that's with our PAC meetings. Like I said, we work very closely with employers, not only locally, but across the country that will actually, help. And again, we actually have placement coordinators for each one of our programs that is their sole purpose of their job, is to help find graduates employment here after graduation.
Yeah, I know. I hear stories like that all the time where the students actually have a job before they even graduate.
Yeah.
Which, of course, especially because they're in school for less amount of time, they're out and working right away. Those are the biggest reasons why, students may want to consider your schools as opposed to a local community college where they may just not have as much support as they would get at your school. So just a quick couple house cleaning items here. I just want to let everybody know we have recorded this session and we will be sending it out to you likely tomorrow morning. So you can rewatch it, re-listen to it. If there's anything that you find the second time around that you decide you want to ask another question, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll answer that for you. We'll also be placing this on the website, which again is www.imagine-america.org. We have a quick survey when you leave this meeting, if you wouldn't mind answering that. It's about 4 questions. Just sort of helps us better understand maybe areas that you would have liked us to talk a little more about, or maybe we should have talked about some other different things. Any kind of feedback you could give us would be really helpful. But before closing, I just want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. I know that due to the pandemic, everything this year is somewhat turned upside down, and so I just can't let you know how much we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. I also want to thank Louis for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage each and every one of you to contact him directly. I will be sending his contact information to you tomorrow along with the recording of this presentation. So if you have questions or you want to reach out to him regarding any kind of events coming up for your seniors, please feel free to do so. But on behalf of the foundation, Louis and myself, I want to thank you all and have a great day. Goodbye.